Why come to Sun City?
Well, South Carolina is an important state if you're running for president. So come to an important state and come to an important place. Best I can tell, this is highly populated with a lot of patriotic Americans that care about where the future of this country is going. So if you don't come here, you're missing a chance to talk to a lot of folks who, number one, can give you some good advice, because most of them have had some pretty good life experiences. And I'm one of those guys that realize I don't have all the answers, and so I'm going to go listen to some of their responses, and we listened to their questions earlier.
And if you get the nomination, Governor, will you come back?
And maybe vacation a little bit here.
Okay, that's a promise.
Yes, ma'am. I think that would not be a hard promise to keep.
Okay, thank you, Governor. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Governor, you mentioned several times about the debate coming up on August 6th. What are you doing to prepare for being on that stage right now?
Well, I've been preparing for it for about 4 years now, so realizing that executive leadership is incredibly important, and that is something that is only gained through the experience of managing a major entity. The 12th largest economy in the world is a pretty major entity. We would be about the size of Canada or Australia, were we a standalone country. But also foreign policy and domestic policy, all of those issues that a president of the United States is going to have to deal with, that requires a lot of time in some deep study, and I've been involved with that. So I look forward to debates, for one thing. This is a show me, don't tell me election. What I mean by that is there's going to be a lot of people saying all the right things. There are going to be a lot of people say the right things about a lot of different issues. But there are going to be very few, if only one, on that stage that's going to be able to have the executive experience of dealing with an issue as challenging as the border. And the border issue is very, very important to a lot of Americans, as it well should be. This is about the security of this country, and we know how to do it. There's a 1,200-mile border between Texas and Mexico that I've been dealing with as the governor of Texas. Last summer, as I looked the president in the eye and I said, Mr. President, if you don't secure the border, Texas will. We meant it, and we followed up, and we saw a 74% decrease in the number of apprehensions through November because of the work that we had done. My hat's off to those Texas Rangers, those Parks and Wildlife wardens that were literally in the river, those Texas National Guard men and women who were down there as force multipliers, making a difference. The problem is that's not Texas' responsibility. It's the federal government's responsibility to secure the border. And we need a president who not only has the experience of doing this, but also has the will. And if I'm elected president, the will reside in the Oval Office every day to secure that border.
Governor Perry, Trump was here 2 days ago, ruffled some feathers, and made some comments about the other candidates in the Republican race. Do you have any comments on anything he said, or?
Well, this election needs to be about serious solutions. It doesn't need to be a carnival act. It doesn't need to be about who can create the best ratings. It needs to be about who can lay out real solutions for this country. And whether it's economic solutions, whether it's solutions dealing with our security, whether it's our border, or whether it's dealing with Iran. Who do you want sitting across the table with Vladimir Putin? Somebody who's run the 12th largest economy in the world and done a unquestionably good job of doing that? Or do you want somebody that may offend him just to see if he can get a rise out of him? That's not leadership. We need a focused, disciplined leader in this country that is solution-oriented. And I'll put my record economically and otherwise against anybody on that stage.
What do you think his intentions are running for office?
I have no idea. I can only take care of myself. This election is about America. It's not about one of us. And the sooner Americans figure that out, the better we all will be. Thank you. One more? All right, one more.
Governor,
Great.
what do you think? Do you think that the U.S. got anything out of the Iran deal?
Yeah, we got a raw deal. That's exactly what we got. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Oh no, that's fine.
this is a bad deal. I suggest you look at the neighborhood and ask the neighborhood whether they think they got a good deal. Go ask the Saudis. Go ask the Israelis. Go ask the Jordanians. Go ask the Turks or the Egyptians. I think all of that leadership in the Middle East will say absolutely not. Giving Iran the ability to get a nuclear weapon is bad for the neighborhood. It is especially bad for Israel. And here's where I will leave people. The countries that did vote for this, they don't see people standing up in Tehran shouting, "Death to the UK, death to Germany." No, they're shouting, "Death to America, death to Israel." That is who we just cut a deal with. And I will suggest to you, anyone who understands a whit about who Iran is and what their ultimate goal is, knows that this is a bad deal for all of us, and America included. Thank you.